going to learn about WOR. So if you have a vowel and there's an R after it, that R controls the sound of the vowel before it and changes it. Like if you have an AR, that R changes the sound of the A. The A doesn't say A, it doesn't say ah, it changes and says ah. W does the same thing. If W comes before or after a vowel, it will change the sound of that vowel. So today we are looking at WOR. Now, if you look at that vowel, there's an R after it and a W before it, right? Last time we learned about WAR. Today we're going to learn about WOR with a W before it and an R after it. So it's really controlled. And what that says is were. You don't even hear an O. It really changes the sound of that vowel. It says were. Here are some real world examples. You have worth, worthy, world, worship. Do you hear how it's saying were? Worth, worthy, world, worship, worst. The WOR says were. So when you hear were, when you're spelling, how are you going to spell it? WER? Nope. WOR. So when you hear were, when you're spelling, spell it WOR. So let's try. Let's practice. All right, so grab your pencil and paper. I'll do the same. And let's try this first one together. Yeah, it is cool. I know people are saying, I never knew that. You're learning so much about spelling in this class that most people never know. They can go their whole life and not know that WOR says were. You already know that. And so that's why you're going to turn into these amazing spellers, which you're kind of already are if you've been coming here for a while. You know, I mean, I saw you spell last time on Monday. I saw you spell. You're turning into amazing spellers. All right, our first word together is batward. Whoopsie. Batward. D. Let me think for a minute. So, okay, I'm going to blow your mind here. Are you ready for this? Are you ready to get your mind blown? You thought that WOR was cool. Wait till you hear this. The vowels are A, E, I, O, U, and Y when it's not the first letter, right? But did you know that R and L can also stand as a vowel? They can also function as a vowel. Yeah, because every syllable needs a vowel sound. So think about it. Apple. A, the vowel sound is a. Pull, what's the vowel sound? It's not p, it's ul. It's that L. L is the vowel sound. Is your mind blown yet? Pay, per. In pay, the vowel sound is A. In per, you only have two sounds, p and stands as the vowel sound. Is your mind blown? Let me know. Yes, or you already knew that. Right? Get ready to impress your parents, your teachers, your friends with that knowledge. Yeah, that's pretty cray, isn't it? All right, back to this. So I only put one dot under here because it's going to be an R acting as a vowel. So let me show you. So in batward, we're going to do our consonants first. B, A, T, W, D. Now we just learned today, well, let's do this first one first. A. A spells the A sound when the next two letters are consonants. Were. We just learned today that when you hear were, you spell it W-O-R. You might recognize this word, word. Now you know why it's spelled the way it is, because WOR says were. Your turn. Your word is tipworth. Tipworth. Tip. Wa. Go ahead and put it in the Q&A for me after you're done. Take your time. Tipworth. Alyssa, you have one smart mom. Good, Benjamin. Tipworth. Tipworth. You guys are amazing. You guys are amazing. Nice, Piper. Good, Alyssa. Gorgeous, Karis. Nice, Nima and Sheath. Tipworth. You guys are already like, this is easy, right? Okay, consonants. T, I, p, w, th. Now we know that I spells the I sound when the next two letters are consonants. All vowels spell their short sound when the next two letters are consonants. And we know that WOR is spelled W-O-R. Now before today, you might not have spelled that way. But because you made the time to come to spelling class, now you know that W-O-R is how you spell were. And now that knowledge is yours to keep forever because you came today. So congratulations. Next, let's spell cotwordy. Cotwordy together. K-A-T-W-O-R-D-E. 3-syllable word. Cotwordy. Consonants. Are we going to spell this with a C or a K? They both say K. It's a C. You always use C whenever you can. And you can if the next letter is not an E, I, or Y. It's almost always going to be a C, okay? Cotwordy. K-A-T-W-O-R-D-E. Go back to the beginning and spell those vowels. Ah, vowels make their short sound when the next two letters are consonants, so that's perfect. Were is spelled W-O-R. The E sound at the end of longer words is usually spelled with a Y. Cotwordy. Your word. Gatwormy. Gatwormy. I will, don't you worry. Hard ones are coming up. Gatwormy. G-A-T-W-O-R-M-E. Gatwormy. Nice, Benjamin. Gatwormy. Gatwormy. I can't challenge you. You guys are too good. My goodness, you're doing amazing. You can disable captions on your end, Benjamin. Not everybody sees the captions, but you can disable them on your end. There's a little button you can push there. All right, so consonants. G, A, T, W, M, E. Vowels. Ah, that's a short vowel. Short vowels need two consonants after them. We've got it right there just fine. Were is spelled W-O-R. E at the end of a longer word is spelled with a Y. Gatwormy. All right, I think you guys are ready for a little bit of a harder one, huh? Okay. How about try this one without me? Worthimpy. Worthimpy. W, I, M, P, E. And my tongue is between my teeth in the middle. That middle sound. Sometimes these two sounds that I'm writing right here, these are hard to tell the difference of sometimes in our ears. So you have to focus on the mouth shape. This one, your tongue goes between your teeth and you blow. That's the sound that's in this word. Worthimpy. 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 Anna, that was a autocorrect, I think. Good. There you go. Nice. Worthimpy. Gorgeous. So consonants. W, th, I, p, e. Vowels. After a W is spelled O-R. Worth, I. Here's that short vowel that has two consonants after it. E at the end of a longer word is spelled with a Y. What if, just for fun, what if I wanted the word worthippy? Actually, I'm going to change this to an E. What if I wanted worthippy? Could I spell it this way? I cannot, because in order for a vowel to make it short sound, it has to have two consonants after it. So if there's not two, make two. Now it can say worthippy. Okay, remember this. Whoops. For your word, I want you to spell wormissy. No, wormessy. Wormessy. W-R-M-S-E. Wormessy. 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 Good job. You're just smart. That's all it is. Wormessy. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm going to have to keep getting harder and harder with you guys. And you're like, bring it on. We can do it. We can do it, right? So our consonants, W, S, E. After a W is spelled O-R. E is a short vowel. Short vowels require two consonants after them. If there's not two, make two. E at the end of a longer word, the sound E is spelled with a Y. We're messy. Nice. We're messy. Okay, let's try. I'm going to try to get some harder ones here. Clepworm. Clepworm. On your own. K-O-L-E-P-I-W-R-M. Clepworm. Take your time. Clepworm. 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 You need one more letter. Actually, two more letters. Nimat sheath. So the first this is an like elbow or exit. This is an I like igloo or itchy. Clepworm. Oh, actually, not one person has spelled this one correct yet, but you're all very, very close. Change your answer if you want. Clepworm. Don't worry, you don't have to be perfect. Nobody's taking grades. We're just practicing. And nobody is perfect when you practice. That's why we practice. Clepworm. Just need one. Everybody needs one more letter. Oh, we have somebody that spelled it correctly. Good job, Alyssa. And good job, Karis. Two people. Okay. So, clepworm. Yeah, we finally got a challenge. That's fun. That's fun. That's a good thing. So, as I'm going, if you see what letter you needed to add before I say it, add it in there and you will have got it right without me. Okay, you just needed a little bit of a brain nudge. You just needed a tiny little bit of a reminder and you'll get it. Clepworm. K-O-L-E-P-I-W-R-M. Vowels. This is a short vowel. Short vowels need two consonants after them. If there's not two, make two. Now that E can make its short sound and say right there. That's the letter that almost everybody missed. I is, it can say its short sound. I know that somebody put two W's here, and that is so beautiful that you know about that you have to double the next letter for after a short vowel. I is the only rule breaker for that. When I is in the middle syllable, it doesn't need two consonants after it. And then WOR, this is our spelling hack for the day. WOR, W-O-R. If you got this one, then you are golden. You are learning what we came today to learn to class. Worm is spelled W-O-R. WOR. WOR. You might notice this word, worm. That's why it's spelled the way it is. Worm, because that W-O-R is how you spell WOR. All right, now should I back it up a little bit? Do you want a medium one or do you want another hard one? Let me know in the Q&A. Good job, you did get it in time. Hard still? Medium? Medium, hard? Okay, let's do a medium hard one. How about plimp worst? Plimp worst. So that's a lot of consonants in there. P, o, I, p, w, st. Plimp worst. Make sure you have the same number of lines as me. That will help. I'm setting you up for success here. P, o, I, p, w, st. Plimp worst. Plimp worst. Yay! Good job. Give me your p, Anna, and you'll have it. Plimp worst. Good, Carmen. Nice, Piper. Gorgeous, Alyssa. There we go, Nina Mottensheath. Give me a t at the end, Karis. Plimp worst. Plimp worst, and you'll have it. Gorgeous. Consonants. P, o, I, p, w, st. I, here I have a short vowel. Needs two consonants after it. They're already there. I don't have to do anything else. WOR is spelled W-O-R. Look at what you guys have learned so well today. Amazing. I bet most of you probably didn't know that WOR, it was spelled W-O-R before this class, and now you've got it. You have got it. All right, last one. Worship. 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 Gorgeous, Karis. Very good, Riker. Worship. Nice, Benjamin. That might, don't let autocorrect, don't let the AI correct it to worship. I want an in there before the p. Worship. There we go, Carmen. Nice, Niman Sheath. Worship. Niman and Sheath, am I talking to both of you at every class or usually just one? Am I saying both of your names and both of you aren't there? Nice, Alyssa. Nice, Piper. Good, Karis. Worship. Anna, you have all of the letters in there, but I need that H in a different spot. Oh, there is two. Okay. Worship. All right. Consonants. W, sh, I, p. After a W is spelled O-R. This is our golden spelling rule for the day. I, right here, already has two consonants after it. It's perfect. Worship. Worship. Oh my goodness. How smart do you guys feel? You should feel so smart. You should feel so smart. I had a hard time challenging you today. And let me tell you, you've never seen any of those words before. Usually when you're asked to spell something like for a spelling test, usually you're given those words like a week ahead of time. You're able to study them every day. You usually do like sentences and definitions in alphabetical order, and you write them 5 times each to really get it into your brain on how to spell it. Not in here. You not only don't study them, you don't even look at them. I don't even give you a quick glimpse and you know how to spell it. That's because I'm not teaching you how to spell words. I'm teaching you how to spell so you can spell any word. And you're doing amazing. Have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you on Monday. Bye, everybody.